Hi, this is Isha back here with our backyard to farm transformation. Today we're trenching water lines. We're going to be coming off of our pressure tank here and we're going to be heading towards the backyard to the farm. We're going to come down through here and keep going to the backyard. I had to cut out some roots with a Sawzall. Down there we'll have a pop-up for rabbits to have plumbed water and to have a hose to water our compost pile. Then we're going to jet over this way towards the garden. I think we're going to have a pop-up right here and then we keep going. We're going to have a pop-up come up right here that will eventually have a timer on it and go to a drip system for all the raised beds that are going to be here. And then the line is going to continue this way. From here, it's going to tee off. We're going to have a line go down here towards the end of the property for the goat pen. And then we're going to head this way towards the greenhouse. Over here, we're going to have a manifold where we'll have filters and timers and splits that are going to go off to our trees and row crops. So the line will split off of there and then come over here to our trees. We're going to have a pop-up for each tree, which will have a tech line, drip line in a circle around it so that we don't have to worry about mowing over or breaking the lines that would connect if they were above ground. And we'll also have a pop-up coming up for each row that's going along this way for the berries and grapes, and then some annuals as well, like carrots and spinach and whatnot. So we've never done this before. We have Farmer Taija coming over to help, and we'll try to film as we go throughout the process. I hope it turns out okay, and we'll update you guys as we go along. The first step was to walk around with string and mark where we wanted the lines, and then we used upside down marking spray paint to try to draw straight lines so that we could run the trencher. We rented this trencher from the local rental place, and then I attempted to follow the straight lines which we marked with spray paint. As you can see, I've done quite a bit. This thing works really well, though it is a bit hard to drive straight. And occasionally it does get a little bit stuck, so you have to back up, take it slow, and then you usually can keep going again. Trenching near the fence lines was a little bit more difficult, but this is a good shot of how this machine works. Take a look. Every once in a while we did get stuck on something. At this point there was a concrete pier block underneath the ground here. We're always finding all sorts of strange garbage on this property, part of the adventure of working the land. Here's some footage of the open trenches, and then what it looks like after we laid in the 1-inch line. Had to curve around in a few places, especially along the fence line was a bit hard because we got stuck. And then we also added some of these hose pop-ups, but when we were attaching this whole system to the well, we broke apart, got behind schedule, and stopped filming. All right, we finished after 3 days of hard work. We finished the water lines. We had a little bit of a hiccup when this piece broke off right here when we were cutting in to start our system, and it was so tight in here. We were trying to replace just this valve. No stores around here had it, so that took us a lot of wasted time. We ended up just grinding this piece of metal out, putting in a new valve, and we connected to our whole system. I'm gonna walk around and show you guys what we built. Let's go check it out. We trenched all the way down here, and we went all the way to the end of the property, and there's some hose bibs down there to water the compost pile and eventually for some rabbits. And then we turned here and we added some hose pop-ups for the garden. We recycled some old posts and put pipe clamps on here, so hopefully we won't kick it and knock it over. So right now this water is going for our chickens over there to our auto water feeder. And then we kept the water line going. This water line here is going to be going to our drip system for this whole garden once we build more of these raised beds. Then we came here and we split all the way down Down at the end of the property, we have some hose bibs that pop up for the goats and to water our hedgerow. And we go to the manifold, which I'll show you in a minute, and then we came back and added all of these pop-ups for our irrigation rows. The single rows are these ones right here. Those will be for grapes and raspberries. And then for our annuals, we put these double rows for things like carrots and kale and chard and whatnot. Let's take you to the manifold. So I'm standing in what's going to be our greenhouse very soon, and right behind it, covered from the sun, is going to be our manifold, which is down here. We got a hose bib for watering plants outside. This is our timer. Below that is the valve. Below that is the filter, and then a pressure regulator, which goes out and goes back down to the row crops you just saw. And here's another one that goes to our trees. We also set these posts, crossbar, and eventually we're going to build a little shade house for this. Let's go check out the trees. So here's one pop-up, splits into a T, goes around the tree in kind of a little small circle and big circle. So while the roots are really young, we have close water, and it'll encourage the roots to grow out. And you can see we did this all the way down the row. There's 25 pop-ups. It's a lot of glue. I think I got a little lightheaded. But I'm so happy to be done, and please stay tuned for more videos. We're going to be setting up the greenhouse soon, so that should be pretty exciting. Bye.